Yeah. Yeah, pretty sure.
Okay.
Don't have my checklist.
Is there like no way to like make certain?
I like the idea of doing JoJo the third time myself.
Wait, where's the little record for this footage stuff though?
It's behind it, but it's.
How do I need to
Okay.
sit?
You're fine. Get away.
Have you tried?
I haven't seen you in a while, Mason.
I don't sniff. I don't.
Can you mansplain less on camera there?
I don't know if I ever told you all, but Keely said that Jackson, when he's sleeping, he kind of sleeps like he does that apparently. So she makes him put some kind of like clamp on his head to keep his jaw shut while he's sleeping.
Get him a muzzle. Get him like what's his name? Muzzle.
But it's actually like a piece of cloth that just wires this
Like a wisdom teeth sort of.
Fine.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, except it goes around his whole head. I've seen it before. It's hilarious.
I want to get Nathan to an exciting part before we leap in because he's got to find tools and so
Where
forth.
the fuck are they?
All right there.
Oh, I watched this movie the other day, Dylan. It's called Shadow in the Clouds.
Uh-huh.
I guess this goes for everybody. It was ridiculous, and I bet Nathan would fucking love it.
Oh,
Dude, you're on
gosh.
fire.
Shadow in the Clouds.
Shadow in the Clouds. It's got Chloe Grace Moretz in it. The girl from like.
Yeah.
Kick-Ass?
Yes.
Isn't that her? Okay.
Yeah. And this movie
And from Tom and Jerry?
is outrageous. Yeah, she's in that too, isn't she?
Hey, Michael Pena's in that as well.
Yes, he is.
I didn't even watch.
You know who
Tom
else
and
is in
Jerry.
it? Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. Are they credited there?
Ah, shit, I bet they're not.
I hope
No.
you guys actually watched that movie.
I definitely didn't.
I
I didn't
definitely
either.
won't.
You guys know more about it than I do.
It's like I won't watch Black Widow.
Shut up.
Oh, shut up.
No.
Miss out on more good movies. Like, okay.
Won't pass. Again, everyone of my reviewers, Dan Merle said it wasn't worth watching.
Dan
Uh,
Merle
I
doesn't
don't-
know
I don't always
anything.
listen. As somebody who's personally pissed off Dan Merle, I don't always trust what he says. All right.
He's pretty right most of the time.
Listen, here's what I'll trust him
Your
on:
plot
Spielberg
too close to the
movies.
sun? You had to lose some weight there.
Looks like.
Can we start this review? Can we get JoJo done with?
No, hold on. We got to get a good spot. Oh, he's not even killing Nazis right now. It's just
He's-
Aviator Simulator.
Yeah, this is Big Red 1.
Yeah.
Call of Duty level. Dude, you're on the fucking water. Hope that plane can swim.
You know, I actually think would have been really funny in retrospect if
Anal.
we had just put up our the visual was just our we have a little version of us,
Yeah.
and the visual is us our Inglourious Bastards review. We're like, so if this
So everyone's happy.
right, if this footage doesn't clear, then it's just like, yeah, so Wolfenstein didn't record, so we just picked the next Nazi thing we had, which was Inglourious Bastards review.
Yeah.
Anyway,
And Price isn't getting yelled at.
yeah.
I think that's mine.
Friendly fire.
Why don't you put in the corner of the video like
What?
us doing the previous review with no audio?
Oh yeah, that'll be fun.
That'd be
Yeah.
good. Yeah.
And
Totally.
here's us, fucking quiet as a mouse over here, doing this review.
I'm good to go.
Yep. All right. Burp checks. Everybody good?
Have you ever thought about just shooting one of those guns and how powerful it would make you feel?
Oh my god, dude, you
Are
would
you
feel
kidding me?
like a
Look at
golden
that.
god.
That's Liv.
She's on the alphabet.
She's so happy.
All right, Mason, count me down.
Alright, 1.
Wait,
Two.
wait, down? Why are you
3.
going up?
I did. You got 1 second to go.
Oh my
4.
gosh, God, what? Fine, welcome
5.
to the Effin' Movie Podcast. Again, we technical difficulties. You know who we are.
No.
Never had those
you
happen.
know how we do.
You know how we do.
All
you know who we
27 of
are.
our subscribers know exactly what
All
we're
of you
doing.
guys know what to expect from us at this point.
Holy shit.
Us being Dylan, Nathan, Mason, and Price.
Yes.
And today
Terrifying.
we're re-reviewing JoJo Rabbit. We loved it so much, we wanted to do it again. No, we didn't watch it again. We just wanted to talk about it again, but with actually our voices in the video.
Yep.
Are you just gonna be laid out like that the whole
Yeah.
time?
It's easier for cut checks. Every time he says something wrong, it's just gonna be a good, quick one.
I'm wide open here.
Spoiler, Price is annoyed that the tone didn't feel consistent with his expectation of it being a comedy, so he's going to look like, and I quote, Ian Malcolm in Jurassic Park for most of this film feeling disengaged in the review. He gives it a 6. I'll roll in that for you. then, yeah.
Well, life finds a way.
Yeah. You gotta breathe more. You gotta really have these belly breaths.
Yeah.
God, no.
It's belly breath.
Yeah.
Have you ever seen the little animated GIF of who's the who's like the main guy?
Dr. Grant? Oh,
Dr.
yeah.
Grant,
Dr. Grant up
where
against
he's like
emo.
laying on, yeah,
Yeah, and he's getting...
like as though he were the Triceratops
Yeah.
in that scene.
It's
Yeah,
so good.
Pretty good.
Related, kinda. Nathan, what do we have on the screen?
We have Wolfenstein: The New Order. You know, it's a film about Nazis. It's a game about Nazis.
You're not a Nazi though.
Yeah, well, I'm not a Nazi, sure.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm the American showing up at the end to take care of everybody.
Turns out not a lot of, like, you're pro-Nazi games, yeah?
Yeah, not really. It's just so weird.
Not too many of those.
The gaming
They could
industry...
get into that market again.
Right.
Again.
Again, the gaming industry really understood Nazis bad. I don't know where we lost track of that.
Huh.
Yeah,
From 2016 to
Nazis
2020. But
are a very popular enemy to have.
Yeah.
They're an easy target.
you just
Well,
throw
yeah.
Nazis in and you can explain away everything, and then you
Yeah.
can kill them at any discretion. I mean, they're just like the perfect
Like
bad guy
they
trope.
can have all kinds of weird esoteric science and like they're rich.
You could-
with lots of storytelling.
Yeah, you know what? Say what we will. The Naziverse is full of good fictional lore. Like,
Oh man.
that's the best thing I'll say about
I
Nazis
mean,
today.
Like Hellboy,
Yeah.
Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
I mean,
Nazi
Nazis are
zombies.
ubiquitous.
You could go into the Cthulhu lores and
Yeah,
stuff like that.
well,
A lot
that's
of
what
them.
Hellboy
Right,
does,
I was
yeah.
about to say, Lovecraft and all that jazz is really
Yeah.
just...
Sound of
You've
Music.
never seen Hellboy?
Haven't seen Hellboy.
Wow.
Oh, man.
Maybe we'll watch
I
that
haven't
someday.
either, actually.
But we're really getting off track here. We're
So,
here to talk
that's
about
alright,
JoJo
keep
Rabbit.
going.
No, we're going to talk about JoJo. Shut up, Price.
I don't even know if I'm supposed to be doing anything.
Who knows?
I think they've been screaming
Go
at
to
you
the-
to do something. For
Yeah, go to the
probably
back of
14
the...
minutes.
Go back to the flight and see if there's anything back. No? Alright, you probably need to be doing something. Anyway.
Oh, this
Go
is what I
swim.
need to do.
Oh shit, the plane's on fire, guys! So, Jojo Rabbit, Nathan, sorry,
Oh.
Mason, you tell,
That doesn't make any sense. The
Yeah.
wind would have slammed him back.
oh yeah, right into the
He had a
propeller.
big
No,
breakfast.
you're going the same speed.
What's Jojo about?
Oh, you're going the same speed.
JoJo is about this
Yeah.
very, very.
but he's on fire now.
Into it kid who's
Uh-oh.
probably roughly like 9 or 11
See,
years
that's
old.
how you do it wrong.
And he's
I did it
trying
wrong.
to become part of the SS. He
Yeah.
loves Hitler. He adores him. He's a huge role model for him.
Not only does he love and adore Hitler,
He is a
he has a friend that is Hitler.
Yeah, he has an imaginary friend who is played by
Taika
Taika
Waititi.
Waititi, yeah.
Titi. It's T's.
Teat.
like a cow.
Yeah, Titi. Well, technically it's Titi, but whatever.
Yeah.
Pronunciations aside.
Anyways, he basically is on
that
this
Steve
journey
Buscemi?
to become the part of the SS, and he eventually finds out that his mother, who is very, very not pro-Nazi, anti-Nazi, is stowing
She-
away a Jewish girl in their attic space, kind of in his old sister, his
Yeah, his
deceased
sister's
sister's
bedroom.
room. Anyways, and then they strike a friendship, and from there it just kind of goes crazy.
Emotional moral conflict. So no, this
Yep.
Jewish person's cool, but I also worship
If you-
Hitler.
Yeah,
How do I make
if
this
you've
work?
seen Anne Frank, it's a lot like that.
Yeah.
It's not like that. No one said anything there.
Is there a movie about him, Frank?
Probably a lot.
Probably a
like,
few, but
documentary
I
type
can't think of
things.
one off the top of my head. That's a little
Yeah.
strange. Anyway, let's get into overall thoughts and things like that.
Bluest eyes. Yeah, I think that this movie starts off on the most upbeat note in the world. It's basically, I think I said it last time, it's like a Moonrise Kingdom sort of camp that they start out in.
It feels like you could play Smash Mouth at the beginning and it wouldn't feel weird. Do you know what I
It
mean?
totally ties in. No, it has to be a German version though.
Yeah, that's true.
Because there is.
It would have to be
They
a-
have
it
the
would be
German
a-
version of the Beatles song.
Yes.
Right. They have all the
Which
which is
is
super
real.
good.
It's not something they made for this movie.
Uh-huh.
And yeah, it's great.
It
It's
is really
a
good.
really fun song.
right. The Beatles had just recorded them. Apparently that's
Yeah.
extremely rare. So
Oh,
shout
yeah.
outs. Yeah, it's like a
That's
big
true.
deal that they have the German versions of the Beatles
Yeah.
songs. But yeah, I mean it does stop just so like Happy So Cheery. He's away at Nazi camp.
Yeah.
Yes.
Nazi
You
Boy
have-
Scout camp.
You have Rebel Wilson, who is very lovely and just crazy. You have Sam Rockwell.
Who is always going to be just stealing the show.
Alfie Allen, which is his like super crazy secret little love interest that
Right.
I don't know. You just kind of pick up vibes from both of those guys.
Uh-huh.
Is
Is this Alfie Allen's most likable role? That's the question. I'm
it
doing
just
it early.
depends on which
so-
season of Game of Thrones you're into.
All of them. I would still say I find this character more likable than Theon Greyjoy.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Price, what are your thoughts on that? You love Game of Thrones.
On which part I like Theon the best?
Which do you like more, Theon
Probably
Ranger?
when he's strung up on a ladder or whatever for
No,
Ramsay to have
but
his way
is
with.
this his most likable
The
role in
Flayed
JoJo?
Man.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you as always, Price.
I'm
Yeah.
glad I can help.
Yeah.
Let's see who else is in this movie. You got Scarlett Johansson as the mom.
Yeah.
Who
You
actually
got
does some real acting again.
Thomasin
Yeah.
McKenzie is the girl in the attic.
Yeah.
I know I'm missing out on like 3 or 4 more.
Ooh, the agent. I'm forget.
Oh yeah, the tall. What
Oh,
the hell's his name?
What is his name? Something French, something English.
What is that association?
Oh, he's a comedian, like a British comedian.
Yeah.
Isn't he?
Well, anyways, he's a super tall guy that is part of
The Gestapo
The
is what
Gestapo,
he is.
that's it. Anyways, everyone in this movie shines, I think. Oh, even the little friend.
Oh
Can't remember
yeah,
his name.
It's a
bad time to be a Nazi.
Yeah, that kid's great.
Turns out it's a really bad time to be a Nazi.
Guys, we promised we had this review and names down a lot
Yeah.
better the first time we did it.
I mean,
Okay.
really.
Yeah.
Should be.
Yorkie, that's his name. There we
Yeah.
go. Stephen Merchant is also the Gestapo. There we go.
Yeah.
That was gonna kill me. So anyway, this movie, great cast. Not one bad performance, I would say.
No,
I can't
not
think
at
of one
all.
that sticks out. That's like
Mm-mm.
this one was really dragging the way. Like no, it felt
No,
like
I think everybody contributed to this film.
everybody came to
just
show.
amazingly. Like it was.
The kids were even really good.
Yeah.
Yeah, the kids were arguably the best things in this. Like
Agreed.
Yeah.
I think, I mean, for me, like, yeah, Scarlett stands out in this one just because, relatively speaking, I don't feel like that you see her really have as much fun, charming acting. But this one, it really, this is definitely one of my more favorite roles of Scarlett Johansson in the scheme of things.
Well, and with the main character being so like upbeat, funny, like, and
Yeah.
so like stuck in his ways, like she actually had to sit there and act like she had
Right.
to sit there and
She had to
be
be-
the bad guy sort of to him.
Right,
Yeah.
she was, in some ways, like, his foil, but it's like this reverse foil concept where she's, like, positively a foil. She's a
Yeah.
hero that's contra, in that ways. But, yeah, literally, oh my gosh, I have so much good things to say about this, and I did the first time, so I know we're being more brief on it, and you guys want us to really gush on it, but
Yeah.
what are we going to do? Surprise
This
JoJo's
is
review.
an incredibly good movie.
Yeah.
There's.
Okay.
Imagine you being into that.
I mean, it's literally a perfect movie, right?
Yeah, I'd say
Yeah.
Yeah, there's not a single scene that anybody would say maybe this shouldn't have been done.
so. No,
Yeah.
you can't trim anything on this movie.
No,
It was
no.
all
Right.
all well deserved.
So for
Yep.
those wondering at home,
All earned.
Yeah.
Every
Yeah.
scene was very earned.
because Price is throwing a hissy fit that we have to re-review it again, I'll go ahead and cover his bases for him. Price didn't like that.
I'll tell you what, Dylan, you just beat me.
Yeah. Okay.
There
hold
you
on.
go.
So.
Oh, yeah, there we go. Yeah, no, you're good.
Yeah, guys, I don't know. Like the movie starts out comedy, good feels, great, and they just start pissing all over it with this dramatic tone. And yeah, sure, there's parts of it that are supposed to be dramatic, but I think that they really tanked like what should be the tone of this, positive, happy-go-lucky. Like,
Where was it that you thought that it turned away for you in this movie?
Yeah.
I have to think really hard on it, but I would have to say that, dude, when Scarlett Johansson's hanging there,
I
when
forgot about
Scarlett
that.
Johansson dies, why? Why does she need to
Why
die?
does she do
I
that?
don't understand. Like,
Yeah.
it doesn't make sense. It was wasted. It felt like it was unnecessarily dramatic.
Yep.
It changes the whole tone of the movie in the worst way possible. It ruins my comedy. I'm here for the yucks, and I'm getting schmucks.
And you understand Foxcatcher, so you know
Listen,
good movie.
as somebody,
Oh,
as Price would never be this nice to himself. Even Price would put Price down. Let's be honest. So that's what Price wants to say about the film, and I've yet to find a person who agrees with him. So
Well,
there's that.
It is jarring, okay? Everything in this movie, even when Hitler is sitting there kind of
Like
yelling at this kid.
eating a unicorn head.
Right,
Yeah, it's
like,
like there's a
it's
lot
all-
of craziness going on, and when he finds this pair of shoes hanging in the streets, it does completely change the tempo for about 8 minutes. I mean, it is
Right.
outrageous.
See, and I like the turn on that one. It's a tempo change, but it's not a tone change because the movie has its dramatic moments throughout. It's weeding the needle throughout, where it's it has some lighthearted moments, and then it gives you its gravity of the film, and it has lighthearted, and it gives you the gravity of it again, and it's constantly like going back and forth on that. But this was the one where it digs the deepest. This is the one where it's like if you're sewing and and you're like sewing a shirt on you, you poke yourself here, and you're gonna bleed a little bit on this moment.
Yeah.
But even then, so sure, cautiously, it doesn't always touch the highs in the same way anymore. But at this point, we're 2/3 into the movie. JoJo's alone. His mom's dead. He now is trying to is coming to terms with the concept that, okay, Nazis
Jews
maybe
aren't
not as
bad.
cool as I
Yeah.
thought it was, and maybe I need to give a little bit more credit to my, Jewish fake sister upstairs.
Yeah.
And then shortly after that is when the Gestapo come in.
Yeah.
And, oh man, the tension just dials up all the way to 11 on that scene.
Scary.
Yeah.
Did you
I
control it?
don't think my left bumper works.
Now hold left bumper, then use the left analog.
Well, yeah, I mean,
But if it doesn't work, you can't.
yeah.
No, you gotta hold the left bumper.
Yikes.
You gotta hold it.
Hold
Can you throw
it.
a grenade on
Oh,
that?
yeah, there. Are you moving the analog stick at the same time?
No,
I
you
mean,
got-
I'm definitely doing it, but this bumper isn't working.
maybe you gotta hold the left bumper though. So, you guys get the gist of it. We really enjoy this movie. I mean, top to bottom. Well, okay, most of us enjoy this movie. Some of us were disappointed on the direction it took. But even to Price's point,
I
like
can't change.
he,
There's
If-
a war
No,
going
no,
on
don't let
around
me
you, Nathan.
distract you. You keep-
yeah, if we cut out all of the real drama and stakes in this film, and you just have a comedy, Price probably just gives it a 10 straight up though. So.
Yeah, I mean, and like I said, that
Which is most of the movie, mind you. But, okay, if this is like a little Nazi short film by Taika, then, like, Price is probably happier for it.
yeah.
And it's much worse for it, but Price is happier, and this is what this show's all about.
Am I happier?
Yes.
You're supposed to be answering this for me.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm happier about it.
All right.
There we go. My mom's selling my houseboat.
Wham.
Speaking of first world problems.
Did you guys think that that this was one of the better movies of
2019.
Yeah.
2019 being a surprisingly amazing year for film,
Yeah.
this is
It's up there.
arguably the best to second best. I mean, literally, because again, Parasite came out this year, and I'm very hype on Parasite.
1914 or whatever.
1914, 1917, yeah.
Whatever.
Which was, it was good.
So good. I
It was
loved it.
so good. The visuals were stunning. I mean, yeah, that Oscar year, not even just the Oscar year, really, like plenty of
The
other
guy
good movies
from,
came out that one.
That one movie, the
Huh?
Captain Fantastic, Bodivine or whatever.
Captain Fantastic came out that year?
No,
No.
the guy from that. That was
Oh.
the one of the two soldier guys.
Yeah, he's in Black Mirror too.
Yeah. But yeah, so out of that year, you have this movie completely head and shoulders above even most of that great talent on that one. Yeah, JoJo, I mean, just across the board. This is honestly one of my favorite films since watching it. It's been going on 2 years now since it's been out, and I've rewatched it several times. Rewatched it somewhat recently. Well, yeah, that was for this review, but yeah, every time I watch it, it's getting a little bit better too, and that for me is playing the test of time. I know it's only 2 years, so I'm not going to give it like huge credit just
Well,
yet. But
yeah, and the only problem with this movie is like anyone that you suggest this movie to, you almost have to kind of give a little bit of a preface, like, oh
Right.
hey, just so you know, it's satire a little bit, you know, hey, just so you know.
I don't
think you
like-
have to,
like.
but
Surely nobody's so like sensitive to
I
things
don't-
like that that's
it's
really.
No.
it's
Like,
a
people
touchy
get it.
thing, yeah.
But you know, as soon as you pitch a movie, people are going to immediately have an expectation, and this is one that we don't want to fall into the price trap of sitting here and saying, well, it's like this upbeat comedy thing. It's like, it's very much a dramedy about this, but I'm like, all right, so the immediate thing I'm going to tell you right now is I'm going to say, okay, it has some of the fun, like, kind of silly, campy humor, barely campy, really, but of, like, if you've seen Thor Ragnarok, it has that sense of humor,
It is,
not all
yeah.
the way through, but there's elements of that with a kid who loves Hitler storyline
Yeah.
set in its piece.
That's true.
I'm like, it's not afraid to like use that comedy to sit there and show the exaggerated concept of a child's perspective.
Yeah. And that's what so
Yeah.
much of this is it's like a weird way of being like what is a child in Nazi Germany far away from the front lines?
Yeah.
What does it look like to be that kid?
Right.
To be part of the Hitler Youth League, which was definitely a thing.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay, well, I don't know how to
Dude,
attack the
that
dog
was-
once it's on my face.
That was a thick boy.
Yeah. So obviously the question on the Alfie Alley one and things like that. Other random thoughts on how much we mostly enjoyed? Oh,
Well,
trivia fact. Stephen Merchant, while being incredibly tall, was also put up on a box next to Sam Rockwell. Sam Rockwell's like, I don't know, like
dude,
5'9",
he was
5'10".
so freaking
Yeah.
tall in
Dude,
that
yeah,
scene.
but they were so Taika and Stephen Merchant were both like, I mean, Stephen Merchant's like 6'4" or something, like he's very tall
he's
already.
a tall dude anyway.
But they wanted again his physical presence to be like,
I'm just gonna.
Mortal Kombat.
yeah.
Yeah.
He wanted
Use your knife.
Stephen Merchant's
Well,
presence to be really
that's right.
like, you know, transparent throughout the whole
Mhm.
thing. Like that's like so much of like his character in that general. So they
Yeah.
put him on a box like off screen, and like whenever Steve Merchant's just like looking down into Sam Rockwell in that one.
Yeah.
Uh,
You kind of got that feeling because he was like an extra 2 foot.
yeah,
taller than
like
Sam
and Stephen
Rockwell.
Merchant's already ridiculously tall,
Yeah.
but
Yeah.
just one of that little fun trivia fact on
Ah.
that.
I do.
Wow, that's better.
This
I
is
do
the weirdest
remember-
Star Wars I've ever seen.
Yeah. I do remember the only issue that I had with
Just
this
poke that
movie,
up.
and I talked about it in the first time we were reviewing it, is whenever at the very, very
So
end, after the U.S. basically comes in and wins,
Uh-huh.
essentially, he goes back in and tells Thomasin McKenzie's character, the girl that's in the attic, like,
Oh yeah.
just so you know, you lost. Or like she was like, did we win? You know, or am I free? And then he has that short, tiny little moment of saying, I'm so sorry. Like, you're still stuck in here. Like, and it makes you feel so fucking bad.
Yeah.
Made me feel awful.
I know that's like a
That's definitely a moment of just like I don't
desperation.
like that he did this.
Yeah,
Like
it's
you're clearly going to be the bad guy so immediately.
yes.
Why did you do
Immediate
this, small child?
consequences if you continue on with this lie.
I mean, I know it's one of those feel bad moments and stuff like that, but it just makes so much sense to me as the character in that moment though too.
He
'cause
is an 11 year
He's
old or
11.
9,
He's
whatever
lost
he is.
everybody in his life. The only person he has now is her, and he doesn't want her to leave because he knows if they're gone, that he's like, oh, she's gonna leave too.
Are you talking as me or you at this point?
he's talking as Dylan. I want
That's
to
a
hear what
smart
Bryce
point
said.
for me. Oh, Price said, yeah, no, you know what? I actually think that lines up with the character's motivations. I mean, he's sitting there and he's alone. His mom's dead, which it didn't need to be, but yeah, his mom's dead. His dad's dead. His sister also dead, and all he has left is her. And
He's got
you're
Yorkie.
11, so he's like, well, Yorkie, but I mean Yorkie.
Yorkie comes and goes.
Yeah, Yorkie is
I don't
not.
even know where Yorkie's at that point.
Yorkie may be a fair weather friend. He only kind of pops in randomly.
Rebel Wilson might have strapped a bomb to him. And
Exactly.
sent him on in. I don't know.
Well, he wasn't one of the clones, so. Which, side note, I want to just
So
talk about
funny.
that really quick. It's one of these little passing things where they just say, oh, it's the clones, and then they move on. And then later, they're just lined up a bunch of.
Nope, wrong.
Oh, man, that little part's so funny. But, yeah, I mean, it makes sense for the kids' motivations
Look.
and stuff like that.
I'm very far away from the screen. Okay.
Yeah.
It's difficult.
That's like a 70-inch screen.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's so far away though.
I played Call of Duty on like a 15-inch
Yeah,
back when I was a
same.
kid.
No,
Right.
I always sit like 4 feet away from the screen, no matter how big it is.
Nathan, do you need glasses? Like.
I have contacts. I'm good.
Anyway, so this movie is heartbreaking when it wants to be. It's hilarious when it wants to be. This movie just is a master of its tone. That's not Price. This is Dylan speaking. And does not have anything
No,
going wrong
no,
in a way.
no.
Jesus.
Pulled his own
Oh,
grenade.
yeah.
no, I think I just threw a grenade because I was hitting all the buttons.
Oh, well.
Watch your 6, rookie. But yeah.
Alright, here you go.
Listen, moral of the story is I cannot give this movie enough praise on that stuff, and I think we'll just lead into scores.
Yeah, I think
then
we
with
can do
that.
scores.
I gave
I
it
feel like
a.
we're probably. Do you know what you gave it?
I want to say a 9 or 9.5, but I can't recall which one I landed on.
I feel like I probably would have gone 9. Probably.
You both
Nah.
gave it 9s.
Yeah. which-
Hey.
Germanly appropriate in the scheme of things.
9.
9. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I give it a 9. Could it go to a 9.5? Could it go to a 10? It absolutely can. But those things for me are reserved for rewatchability, which is again slowly creeping back into it, and test of time. And I'm 2 years out. 2 years out is not enough time for me to sit here and say yes. But this is absolutely one of my, like, if you told me top 10 films, I think it's crazy to think that I wouldn't put this in there.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's fair enough. It's
yeah.
definitely in that category. Like, it
Mhm.
is one of the best films I've seen.
Those sandbags had other plans.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, a 9.5 for me. I think this is obviously my favorite movie of that year. Parasite was great. You know, we were talking about it already.
Mhm.
This is one of those comedies. You hear me all the time talking about comedies. The rewatchability of this is so just light, and I really enjoy this. Like Dylan, I think I've probably seen it about 3 times the past couple years. It's a movie I will always suggest to people. It's just I'm always worried. This is not just a short little quick watch that you can have on in the background. You really need to be in on this, and if you're not in on it, it might not go so well.
Yeah.
But 9.5 from me. Price, did you give it a
6? I gave it a 6. I didn't like the tone or the direction they took the movie. I thought that they had a better movie in line, and then they took it off the rails. Taika.
All right, Price. How about
Ooh.
this? They did not off the mother, and
Okay.
the movie went on.
All right.
Basically,
Yeah.
the Gestapo still shows.
Right.
But somehow she is still alive. Maybe she's on the run. Maybe she leaves him a note, a letter, whatever,
Okay.
and she is still alive.
Yeah, what if she did just like have to run and left
The
him
end
a
is
note?
still the same though, where like, you know,
The
Sam
ending-
Rockwell comes in on that freaking American. I
Okay.
don't know what kind of flag he had, but
It was a very rainbow like Nazi.
Yeah, it was
place,
fun.
but
Whatever
yeah,
it was.
Right.
what do
Okay.
you
All
think, Price?
all that happens. I like SpongeBob. I probably like the film a little bit more for it, but if we have that triumphant tone and the tone still stays again in that lighthearted sense of comedy things with it, I'm not upset with them using drama elements with it. But whenever they just change the tone to be more of a drama than a comedy, it just felt like you took away my favorite parts of the film. So if they kept that tone through and it had a nice lighthearted vibe, I'd probably get it closer to like maybe an 8.
I'd still say 7. Because I think that dropping, like that huge drop in
But
like
the drop
tone,
isn't there anymore, Price. All right.
Yeah, but that drop's still there.
Oh,
you
it's-
just
it's
like you
there
have
in
that
a way.
uplifting
It's,
part.
You're
of
right.
it.
Sorry, I forget price is a bear in stock market terms, so it needs to be
Ah.
less. Yeah, I'd probably give like one more point on that one if that. So it's not even enough to make me go up to an 8. So I don't know
Do you
why I'm
think
that
any-
invested
do
in
you
this
think,
movie.
and I'm asking Price. Do
Okay.
you think that if
Not
there's,
Dylan Price.
is
Yeah.
there anything
Not
that
better
could have
Price.
made this movie an 8 for you? Was it ever in the direction that it was going to be an 8?
That part, like just that, like 30-second part, just doesn't need to be there.
Okay.
That's it.
Without it, though, it would have been an
But
8.
then you said it's a
Yes.
7. But how do you get to an 8?
Because that part is still there in the 7. Because like what Mason's saying is that like that part is still there, but she comes back at the end.
Yeah.
That's saying so that's like glass half full. Like I want the glass all full, and that just never to happen.
I gotcha.
Price wants his comedy and to eat it, I guess. But
Yeah,
okay.
exactly.
Well, you know,
I have a feeling you're going to be
They
using that
gotta
here in a
open
minute.
that door first.
yeah.
I have a feeling something's going to need that gun
Yeah,
So
used
Good point.
against it.
I want to go back to something you said a second ago, though, Dylan. You said that like this is like a 9 or something for you, and it's one of your top 10 movies.
Yeah.
So like not like a 9 means it's one of like your tops.
A 9.5.
Well, I mean,
This is-
do you have 10 tens? Is the question.
But do you not
Absolutely
have
not.
more
No.
9.5?
Yeah, so-
I have maybe. Yeah, I think I literally have the 2 10s. And we know it's Jurassic Park and Inception because we've reviewed both of those on here.
Yeah.
I don't have a movie in my
think
head
there's
that
a
hits that
door
10 marker.
off to your left. If I were to guess, the little green light by the door. Nope, keep going. Turn.
Right
Other
there.
way. Other way. Keep turning.
Left or right?
You see that?
Oh, yeah. You guys don't know.
Games like to use lighting to direct you where
Hey,
you might
stupid,
need to go.
this way. Yeah. Yeah, so Price, to your point, yeah, 9 does probably sneak into my top 10 films just because 10 is such a reserve score. I mean, like I've said several times before, 8.5 is like the brick wall of like, this is
Damn,
good to
this
great
is good,
movies,
yeah.
and then if you hover over this, then you're falling into my
Mm.
some of my more all-time favorites and stuff
Good
like
point.
that. 9 and up is a very exclusive score, so I do not give it lightly, and that's why again I hype so much on this movie.
Yeah. I
But
can see it.
I actually don't know what the next movie review is in the scheme of this canon.
Clock
our-
stoppers.
Yeah.
Oh, son of a bitch. No! I'm still gonna complain about it even now. Oh god,
Well,
so
to be fair, this one's coming out very much out of sequence.
yep. So the timeline's a little out of whack. If you've been watching
Something
Loki,
popped up in the middle of that
just
big
blame it on the
door.
Loki event.
Just go
But
next to in the middle of it, something pops up.
anyway, guys, that's our show. Make sure to tune in next week for Clock Stoppers. I guess. So wait, Clock
Yeah.
Stoppers just on hiatus
Clock
until we
Stoppers.
get this one edited.
Nope.
Yeah.
Nope. Clock Stoppers is already out.
Oh
This
my
is coming
God.
out after Clock Stoppers.
Whatever. All right. Maybe we can move it around on the playlist, but that's less important. That's our show, guys. Make sure to tune in already for Clock Stoppers. Really, if you're watching this, you
Yeah.
can go watch it right now.
You probably already did.
You probably already did if you're a
We know you're
dedicated
loyal.
viewer. Hi,
Oh,
Jill
yeah.
Annabeth. Hi, us in the future. I'm doing dishes. Hey, Dylan, don't forget to move the plate over there. Thank you. That's our show. Make sure to tune in next week and like and subscribe if you like that content. If you like Price's involvement, maybe you want to just have Price be mocked by all of us and Price just plays video games. I don't know. Let us know in the comments how you thought about that.
Clearly,
as well,
he's doing a fair bit better than I was.
well, he got the
You got
Gatling
12 more
gun.
shots.
I
Make
think
it
he's a
count.
little more squared up on the TV too.
That
It's
yeah.
like
Yeah,
playing
you're,
at an angle is a
is
little
not-
awkward.
Yeah.
Usually, I sit where he's sitting. I have a lot of excuses.
Yeah, lots of excuses. Make sure to tune in for new excuses next week. Bye, guys.
Bye, everybody.
That guy was just.